Distinguished governors, ladies and gentlemen, on this day, 9 months ago, at very nearly this same hour in the afternoon, the duties of this office were thrust upon me by a terrible moment in our national history. I pledged then to continue the work that had been begun by the great and gallant American who fell on that tragic day, John Fitzgerald Kennedy. The work of this nation is not complete. But when this session of Congress is ended, I believe that we shall be able to say that that pledge of last November has been redeemed. In a world of peril, America has kept the peace. We have widened no war. We have embarked on no expeditions. When aggression has been unleashed against us, we have given it reply. Today, all nations know, no nation doubts, America's resolve and determination to defend freedom and to keep the peace in the world. For 43 consecutive months, we have enjoyed the longest and the largest economic gain in American history. These years from 1961 to 64 have been the most prosperous American families have ever known, and the most prosperous that the system of American free enterprise has ever known. But more than that, we have in these short months found answers to issues which have perplexed and troubled generations of Americans since the last century. The second session of the 88th Congress has been the most productive and the most constructive in our nation's life. This is patriotism, for men never serve their nation more nobly than when they serve the success of their nation's system. This we have done these 9 months as one nation and as one people, undivided and indivisible. Others may believe and others may say that the people of America want to pursue some other way. But I do not and I cannot agree. I do not believe the people of this country want to turn aside from this course of sure success, to risk war or to gamble peace, to place their prosperity in peril or their well-being in doubt, to reopen old questions that are now resolved, or to fail to face new questions that are now imposed. And that is why that I believe it's fitting today for you and I, as chief executives of the majority of the states, as chief executive of the nation, to spend these moments now looking ahead. What are the opportunities of our times, and what are our obligations? What is required of us all if we are to keep the public trust, which is ours? I find myself recalling what John Adams once wrote to Thomas Jefferson many long years ago. While all of the sciences have advanced, that of government is still at a standstill. Little better understood, little better practiced than 3,000 or 4,000 years ago. Well, that, I believe, is our challenge today. If this new nation, this new population, this new economy, America's new position in the world are to be served, we must have and we must practice a new politics, a new kind, a new quality of public service, and I think a new kind and character of partisanship. Labels won't serve us, and labels won't save us. Isms will not make America stronger, or isms will not make peace more secure. A time has come for public servants to be just that, servants of all the people, solving the people's problems instead of exploiting the people's troubles, bringing the people together instead of dividing them apart. Our responsibilities, yours and mine, seem to me to be clear. We have a duty, wherever we work, to lighten the load that our people must bear for the costs of the public programs by making sure that we receive a dollar's worth of value for every dollar we spend. We are doing that in your federal government. We have a duty, wherever we work, to maintain in our government compassion and concern and always the highest order of competence. We have a duty, wherever we serve, to maintain respect for law and order, to summon up the best in our people, to put down the worst that would divide us and destroy us all. We have a duty, wherever we serve, to maintain, as our forefathers did, a decent respect for the opinions of mankind. We must make sure that none abroad and none at home misunderstand the will of American mothers and fathers that this generation of their sons shall fight the battles of peace and not the battles of unnecessary wars. We must likewise make sure that none misunderstand in our land or in any other land that the strength that we have is strength that we shall use to keep the freedom and to make it secure in our times. Since that day last November, I have been very, very proud of the people of your land and mine. From a moment of deep tragedy, they have risen to new heights of triumph. Fate has placed upon me great responsibilities for their success, for their security, and yes, finally, for their safety. I have sought with all that is it within me to serve that trust and to serve it to the fullest. So long as I am their servant, I shall work in no other way than for their peace, their prosperity, and their progress toward a new day, a finer day, and a better day. And in that work, I am pleased to be joined by the able chief executives of more than 30 of our sovereign states here in the East Room of the White House this afternoon. In this coming week, our party, your party, and mine will meet in convention to express its will. I do not know what decisions the delegates will reach, but it is my hope and it is my expectation that they will pledge our party to freedom, to peace, to freedom for all nations, to peace for all peoples. The goals of our party should be the goals of our nation. Those are the unchanging goals of our nation in these times and in this changing era. Thank you very much.